Continuing Kelley Blue Book's coverage of the 2011 International Auto Show here in New York, we're at the Volkswagen stand in front of what I would describe as one of the stars of the show. And with us is Klaus Bischoff. Did I say that right? Bischoff?
That's correct, Bischoff.
Close enough. More important than your last name is your title. You're in charge of Volkswagen design, and that played a huge part in the new Beetle. So tell us a little bit about your baby here.
For us, this is a very important product. It's a car that gave birth to the brand in 1938. Ferdinand Porsche, a famous engineer, designed the original Beetle. And since then, we reworked it only 3 times. Now that's the 3rd time that it has been reworked, and I had the honor, and my team had the honor to do this. So it's a very iconic product. So far, 23 million copies were sold in more than 7 decades.
Would it be fair to say that this is a more masculine Beetle? And if so, can you maybe talk us through some of the details that might have contributed to that?
Absolutely correct. That's what we wanted to create. We wanted to give it a much more sporty feeling. We wanted it to be a bit more aggressive, a lot more sporty. So we changed every part of the car. We enhanced the track by a really good portion, 84 millimeters wider track, bigger wheels. We pushed back the A-pillar to create a much more sportier feeling also inside. And you can see that the bonnet of the car is longer, and all this gives the car a much more dominant feeling. And the stance on the road is incredible, and once you are behind the wheel, when you're driving the car, it's engaging and fun, and that's what we wanted to create, a boy's toy, less flower, more power.
That seems very important, because the body is making a lot of promises. It looks lower, it looks wider, it looks more planted, maybe a little bit more aggressive, and so if you can't back that up with drive, then you don't want to misadvertise. So we look forward to driving it. But specifically in design, because that is your specialty, it's very familiar, but more aggressive. So you lowered the roof.
Exactly.
Well, actually, let's start at the front. Let's take a look, because I noticed that you've managed to incorporate the grille that's found elsewhere on Volkswagens, but very elegantly down here in the bottom. Talk about the front design look.
Yeah. What is very important for us, and you see this on all the Volkswagens, that the front is very wide. When you see it in the mirror, gives you the feeling, there's coming something that is mighty and powerful. Yeah. And also here we created that. Very important to us, also the lights, and you can see here the LED signature.
Is that something that will be standard?
No, that is on the higher sports level. So if you do have to redesign an icon, it's important that you take into respect what is the core of it, and that should be preserved. The other things we changed to the better. And an example, look on the badge. It's very neatly incorporated into the bonnet with little facets. So it's talking all quality, and this is also a big issue for us. We want to give the customer much better quality also on the Beetle. And you can see this also on the side.
Yeah, let's look at the profile, because that's one of the big things that so defines the Beetle look is sort of the 3-circle, and you veered away from that just a little bit, in that this middle circle isn't so much a circle anymore.
Yeah, on the predecessor, the circle had the disadvantage that the biggest part of the cabin was in front of you. Yeah. Now we pushed the whole cabin back towards the driver, and we generated a lot of room for the rear occupants and a much more sporty and condensed feeling for the front occupant. On the interior, we did also a very neat work. We have a very neat combi instrument in front of the driver. Very nice detailing.
And it feels very reminiscent of the original Beetle too, with that trim all the way across.
True, absolutely true. That is what we wanted to connect with the original Beetle from 1938.
The other thing I noticed too is that the front seats, at least in this model, very heavily bolstered. So that hints a little bit at the performance that is being promised with the Beetle. Maybe we can move to the back a little bit, because I think that's one of the more striking angles.
As the car has so much more power, we needed a huge spoiler, but we don't wanted it to be so present. So we we did something that is expensive. We split it in half and added a glossy black piece that is colored on top, and another one that is colored in body tone. So it continues the line of the side, yeah,
okay.
and gives a lot of aerodynamic effort to the car.
Well, it's a stunning design, and I'm really glad to see the continuation. All the core qualities that make the Beetle are here, but you've moved it forward. I guess the real exciting thing will be not seeing it here in the auto show, but out there on roads. When's that going to happen?
That will happen in fall, and I promise you, once you're behind the wheel, you have a lot of fun.
Well, we can't wait to get behind the wheel ourselves. Klaus Bischoff, thanks for talking with us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
And keep it right here for more Kelley Blue Book coverage of the 2011 New York International Auto Show.